So starting standing, let's start with our feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Turn the toes out and just soften the knees. Draw belly to spine. Just take a moment there to roll the shoulders. And then take yourself over to one side, lifting up out of that rib cage, and then up and over to that other side. Hello, good morning. I thought I'd start with a nice stretch. I thought if anyone's joining, they can join while we stretch. Nice. We're just taking some nice lateral stretches, lifting up out of that rib cage. The feet are a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Our knees are nice and soft. One more time. We're going to come back to center and just roll those shoulders out. Roll the shoulders out. Bringing our hand up onto our collarbone. Just turn your head away and looking up towards the ceiling. And coming back down, changing sides. Coming back down, just again, roll those shoulders out. All right, we're going to come to the end of our mat, cross our ankles and find ourselves down on the mat. To begin, we'll start nicely seated, legs together, feet together. Sitting on top of those sit bones, sitting tall. Bring your arms out in front of you. We're going to take a moment here. We're going to draw belly to spine. Come off the sit bones, take yourself back, back, back. Pause when you reach a place that feels, you've just got that nice little ab connection. Slightly lift your chest, relax your fingers. Take a moment here. We're going to draw the arms back towards the body. Two more just like this. One more here, bringing it out and then coming all the way back up on top of those sit bones. Keep the legs and feet together, toes pointing away. Draw belly to spine, go back again. Find your little place and lift straight back up again for me. So we're going down bit by bit. We're going to find ourselves getting a little bit lower each time. Really drawing belly to spine, finding those sit bones on the way back up. Lifting up and down. Great job. Let's go. Maybe seeing if we can get that lower back to connect. Coming down one more time. Next time we come down, we're going to come all the way down to the mat. From there, bring your hands up over your chest. Flex your feet. Legs together, feet together. Draw the toes back towards you. Lift your head, neck and shoulders. Lower your arms. Look towards your toes and slowly lift yourself all the way back up, all the way forwards. Point those toes and come all the way back down. Arms up over the chest, shoulders relaxed. Flex your feet. Lift your head, neck and shoulders, lower your arms. Look to those toes and roll yourself all the way up, reaching forwards. Once you're back on top of your seat, point those toes, draw the belly to the spine and lower the body down nice and slowly. Flex, lift all the way back up for me. We have one more like this. We're coming all the way down and we're going to hold it down here. Just going to move into the camera shot a little bit more there. All right, once your hands are up over your chest, we're going to bring the legs into a nice bent position. So bend your knees, bring your feet hip distance apart. Right leg is going to lift up off the floor. Find a stillness through the hips and the pelvis and just reach that leg out long. Drawing it back. We're going to layer these exercises as we go. So starting out, warming the hips and pelvis. Reaching out here. Nice. At the opposite arm, start to take it away from you. So you're in a neutral spine. You should be able to feel a little bit of space between the lower back and the mat. Hips and pelvis nice and steady. The opposite knee nice and steady and just reaching long with the opposite arm and leg. Let's work here. 3 and 2. One more time. And one, come all the way back to center. Pop that foot down. Let's change to the other side. Take a moment to your neutral spine. Now, already start to extend that leg all the way out, hovering it just off the mat at full extension there. Hips and pelvis nice and quiet. Neutral spine. When you're ready, start to add your opposite arm, reaching away. So we're building up to our dead bug, which we're going to do in our tabletop position in just a moment. And then we've got another layer as well, which is good fun. Extending the arm overhead, reaching that leg away, lengthening through the torso for 4 and for 3. Just 2 more here. Let's go for 2. 1 more and 1. Bringing it back. Pop both feet down for me. Hands are going to stay up directly over the chest. One at a time here. We're going to bring the right leg into tabletop, press the lower back in, left leg into tabletop. Start with your right side. We're going to toe tap down, just tapping that right toe. The nearer to the body that you tap, the easier you'll find this. The further away that you tap, the harder you'll find it. So focusing on our imprint, lower back fully connected to our mat. Hips and pelvis nice and steady. Arms are up over the chest. Nice. Next time you toe tap down, reach the arms and lift. So reach the arms, relax through the fingers. Really feel that lower back connection as your arms and leg move away from the trunk of your body and drawing back up. We have just a few more here. 2 and 1. Holding it there. Change sides. Tap and tap. Keep that lower back connected. Hands over the chest there. Shoulders down and back. Nice. We find that beautiful mid-back connection while we start to warm up our powerhouse. One side nice and stable, one side tapping. Start to add the arms when you're ready. Making it harder by tapping further away. Reach, reach. Let's go. 8 and 7. Really lengthen through those arms. Warming up the upper body as we go. Try not to flare the rib cage as we take those arms overhead. 4 and 3 for 2. 1 more here and 1. Bring it back. Bring both feet down. Bring the arms down. Just let the knees go one way. Take a moment to just stretch through the side of the body there. And then when you're ready, take the knees over to the other side. We're going to keep building on this. So really finding that mid-back connection, working into our abdominals. And then we'll move on from here. All right, legs are back into tabletop, so find the imprint. Hands are back up over the chest here. So we'll start. Bring the legs together, feet together. We're going to take an exhale breath, curl the body up, sweep your hands to your hips, pause and hold. Come all the way back down, then give me a double toe tap. So take it to the lower body, double toe tap down, draw it back up. Nice, upper body connect. Let's go all the way down and up, double toe tap. Squeeze the legs together. Up and toe tap. Beautiful. Up and down. Keep that lower back connected for me. Double tap. Let's go 3 more here and we're going to add on. Our final 2. Starting to feel a nice warmth through the belly. Lower abdominals maybe. Nice, up and hold, double toe tapping down here. You've got 4. You've got 3. Feel the lower belly for 2. Hold those legs up in tabletop, pause and hold, squeeze the legs together, upper body for 4. 4 here. And 3. 2. And 1. Nice job. Legs down. Give those arms and shoulders a little shake out. All right, for the next part here, we're going to start to add some extension. Let's bring our fingers behind our ears, elbows out wide. Again, legs are coming back into tabletop. Make sure the tailbone is down. Draw the belly towards the spine. And let's start to reach out with the right leg. And then the left leg. Breathing as we go. Keeping the shoulders down, nice and wide across that collarbone. hips, shoulders shining towards the ceiling. Unless you're outside, maybe they're shining towards the sky. Elbows are down, slightly tuck that chin so the neck's beautiful and long, and we're reaching. We're going to start to add a curl up. Next time the leg goes out, curl the body up, come back down and change sides. If you have any flexion, while we're doing flexion, just be mindful here, keeping that chin slightly tucked, we're scooping up using the belly. And reaching. Let's go, 8. Elbows wide. Working here. The final 4. 4. And we go for 3. For 2. One more. And 1. Bring it back. Legs down. Again, let those knees fall to one side. Just take that stretch. You can take your arms away from your legs there. Just stretching out that mid-body. And then changing to the other side. We will come onto our front into prone and do a beautiful stretch shortly. We'll just finish this little series. And coming back to center. So when you're ready, we've built up to those dead bugs. Arms are coming back up over the chest. Relax the shoulders, draw them down towards the mat. Legs one at a time. Inhale, exhale, into tabletop. Let's take that nice big reach away. Reach the right arm, left leg. Reach, pause and hold, and draw all the way back to center. Hips and pelvis square, nice and steady. Everything nice and still. Just the arm and leg on the opposite sides, moving away from each other. Drawing back to center. I love to inhale as I go away and exhale as I draw back, but find your breath and see what works for you. Let's go here, 4 and 3. Nice. And 2, one more. And 1. Great job. Bring the arms down, bring the legs down. Let's come into a nice shoulder bridging series. Okay, so with our feet nice and close to our bum, knees are bent. Try and stay nicely parallel. We're hip distance apart, feet parallel, toes pointing away from us. Take a moment to draw the shoulders down and back, then close the rib cage down. Gentle tuck of the tailbone. We start to peel our spine up off the mat. Once we reach the top here, take a moment, just body scan. Nice to give the big toe a wiggle, press it down. Drive into the heels, maybe lift the hips a bit higher. Draw the knees slightly closer together if that's not pinching from the lower back. Fingertips on the ribs. Slowly close them down towards the hips. And from here, we're going to come down halfway. And we're going to lift and squeeze. So a lot of this series is going to be on a single leg. I'll give you some options if the single leg is a little bit too much. We've got 4 little options in single leg. Nice. Lifting and lowering here. Up. And nice. Coming down and lifting, really squeezing. Keep those knees hip distance apart, big toes pressing down into the mat. You've got a beautiful high arch through the foot. Shoulders are down. Chin is tucked. No pressure in the back of the head or the neck. And we lift up here. 6. Really squeeze and engage. 5. Drive through those heels. 4. Let's go for 3. We're going to find the inner thighs, hamstrings, glutes. 2. A little bit of everything in this series. Up and hold. Nice. Arms down into the mat. We're going to find our single leg marches. So right leg march. Bring it down. Left leg march. Notice if your hips and pelvis start to fall as you lift one leg. And really focus on the opposite heel, driving into the mat to keep you steady. Another nice option here is to bring your hands onto your hips, just to give yourself that little indication of how you're going. Also, having your hands just inside your hip bones, you'll also be able to feel a little bit more of where you're working. Good. Let's go 4, 3, 2, one more here. And then the right leg, bring it up into tabletop, go down halfway, little lift, 5, 4, 3, tiny lift, 2, lift up and hold on this one, then toe tapping down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that foot down. Take a moment to readjust. Left leg comes up. We come down halfway. 5, 4, 3. Last one here. March that toe down, up and down. This side's nice and steady. 3, 2, and 1. Back up. Bring it down. Lower your body all the way down. Give your knees a little hug to your chest. We are not done yet. Legs back down. When you are ready, resume your position. Take a moment to roll the shoulders back. Find your imprint. Find your tailbone tuck. Find yourself peeling yourself all the way back to the top there. And again, hands down. Press yourself into the mat. Right leg is going to come up towards the ceiling. And we're going to toe tap from here. So lift and lower for 5. And 4. Point to the ceiling. Tap the floor. 3, 2. One more time here. Take it up. Now lower the leg straight. Lower it towards the other leg there. Just hold it there. Lift it back up. 5, 4, 3. Gets a burn. 2, and 1. Bring that leg down. Change sides. Left leg up to the ceiling. Toe tap down. 5, and 4, and 3, 2. One more time. Lift up and hold. Lower it down towards the other leg. And lift. 5, 4. Keeping it steady. 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg down. Lower yourself all the way down. And then give those knees a little hug, a little rock side to side. Our final one in our shoulder bridging series is our dead bugs. So bring those legs back down. Again, find yourself at the top of your shoulder bridge. Feet parallel, knees a little bit closer. All right, from here, left arm up to the ceiling. Right leg into tabletop. Now, if this is hard enough already for you, you can toe tap. If you know, you can go to the next level. As your toe taps, take the arm away. There we are. I found my rhythm. Tiny little taps. We're only doing 8 on each side. 6, 4. So finding the opposite waistline working here for you as well. 2, and 1. Bring it down. Change sides. When you are. Let's go. Such a good move. So good. Nice and stable. Press, press, press. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Nice work. Let's come onto our side. Let's do a nice classic clown series, and then we'll take it up onto our a little bit of side planking and oblique work. All right, resting your head down on your lower bicep for me. Bring your knees up in front and feet back in line with the body. Take a moment to press that top hip away so you've got that beautiful little lift underneath you. 1 for lateral length and 2 so we can really work, and you'll feel where you're working here. I often find as I get tired and I drop my hip in, I can feel it more in my hip flexor. So just press that top hip away, draw belly to spine. When you're ready, we start with a nice open of the top knee, keeping our feet together, hips still square to the front, and it's a close. Open and really press those feet together, and close. Open and close. We'll power through this little series. It's a great series. One of my favorites. Nice. And when we're nice and warm, we'll add on just that little bit. Neutral spine here. 4 and 3. We're going to add a little kick out in a second. 2, next time you open your knee, pause and hold. Extend your leg out just that bit higher than the body. The lateral lift. And here. And down. Nice. Open and kick, pause, heels and close. Nice. You can pop your spare hand underneath your waist to make sure it's still lifted. And down. knees and close. Reach, knees and close. 3 more here, and we're adding on. 2 more. Your final time. We're going to open and extend that leg, hold it. Find me some circles, stay above hip height. This is where you want to stay lifted out of the mat here on that lower side. Circles, whichever direction you've gone in now, change it to the other way. Great work. Change, change, change. 2, and hold that leg there, keeping it above hip height. Sweep that leg forwards, toes in, little toes up and down. Imagine your big toe is your favorite biscuit, and you're just dunking it in your tea. If you hold it there too long, it's going to crumble. All right, I think the official move is called a hot potato. I much prefer a biscuit. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up, sweep the leg back, drop it down. Now drop that leg down long, and then bring yourself up. So your elbow is underneath your shoulder, relax your shoulders, lift it up out of the waist here. And if you've got a cushion and you want to pop it under your waist, that's always a great start. Top hand behind your ears here. And we're going to start by bending that knee towards there, that nice little oblique crunch. Up and down, relax those shoulders, up and down. Beautiful move here. Really complements what we just did in the clown series. Reaching. We also get to strengthen here through our serratus underneath the armpit. And 4. And 3. And 2. We're feeling an add-on. Yeah, why not? And 1. Take it long. And we're going to lift our hips up here. And down. Lift those hips up. And down, really press away from the mat. So we're using that lower side waist. And lift, shoulders still relaxed. 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Nice job. Bring yourself all the way up. We'll take a little stretch there. So just let your knees sit exactly as they are. The side that you were just resting on, bring yourself up and out of that side for a beautiful waist stretch there. Before we come to the other side, we're going to find our mermaid position. We're going to rotate ourselves round, so to that front leg. Bring both hands down, nice and wide, nice and nicely. So 1 at the front of the mat, 1 at the back. Bending our elbows, we're going to bring our chest down towards the mat. We're going to push up. So it's like a version of a push-up. I know, it feels easy right now. Wait till we come to the one-arm push-up. That's coming next. Shoulders down and back. Take the time to really extend up through the spine. Press yourself away from the mat using the heels of the hands. Neck is nice and long. Pressing up. Keep that back knee down on the mat. So you've got a stretch working here. 4. Press it up. And 3. Press it up. 2 more here. 2. Next time you press all the way up, pause and hold. Nice. Bring your back hand into the center and your front hand to your lower back. We take a nice little push up down. So now coming towards the front of the mat. You can adjust your hand as you need to. Good. Those one-arm push-ups on everyone's bucket list, I'm sure. Or not. Let's go. 5. And 4. Good work here. 3. Feeling a nice little tricep connection. 2. Last one. Press all the way down for me. Beautiful. And then bring both hands back down. Now, I prefer to do this one on my forearms. We're going to be lifting that back leg. So down on your forearms, we're going to lift and lower that back leg. If you prefer it up on your hands, no problem. Same. And lift. Lift. Working 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift it up and hold it. Nice. Hold it there and just kick the leg out. And kick. Squeeze the booty. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. And then again, just a quick lateral stretch over before we swing our legs around and do the other side. Nice. So let's come down to our clown position. Outstretch the lower arm, resting your head down on your lower bicep. Bring your knees up in front of your body and your feet back in line. Press your top hip away to get that nice lateral length, and that way your waist is lifted up out of the mat. When you're ready, begin to open that top knee, hips stay forwards, and back down again. So you'll know if you've gone too far because you'll probably roll back. So using your top hand as a guide can be sometimes quite helpful. Open, squeeze, and close. That nice gentle connection on the glutes there. Really working the sides of the glutes in this one. Lateral length, waist lifted. Nice to feel that. Open and close. Nice job. And we'll work. Let's go. 2 more here. Next time you open, kick, heels, and close. Open, extend, heels, and close. Open, extend, heels, and close. Good job. Taking our time, remembering not to take that hip with you as we find that external rotation. Good. Keep that hip shining forwards. Nice. Starting to feel the glutes wake up that little bit more. Feels good, this one. Open knee goes up towards the ceiling. Extend, reach. Come it all the way back in. 1 more here. Next time we open and extend that leg, begin to circle. Circle, pick a direction, any direction, but keep it above hip height if you can. Nice. Change direction, let's go. Good work. 3, 2, getting ready for our hot potato or our chocolate biscuit. Whichever you prefer, toes going down, so you find internal rotation. Lift and lower. Nice. Try if you can, keep your waist lifted. I know as we get tired, it desperately tries to drop in. Makes a big difference to this because this one burns. I'm counting. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg back. Nice job. Keep it out nice and long and slide yourself up onto your forearm. Once you're up, shoulders relaxed, lifted away on the waist, top hand here. And we're going to bring that elbow to the knee, or the knee to the elbow, should I say. Nice. Knee to the elbow, press. Nice little series, this one. Let's go. Ooh, I feel my booty working. Always feel more on the second side, huh? 4, 3, 2. Keep that leg nice and long on this one. And we're going to lift ourselves up, away, really lift up on that lower side and back down. And lift and down. Lift and down. Keep going. I'm just going to move something. Where did that go? Ah. There we are. Perfect. That was your last one. Bring it down, guys. Bring yourselves up. Take a little stretch. Just a beautiful stretch. Over to one side. And then we're going to find that nice mermaid position. Once we're in mermaid, guys, turning yourselves towards your front knee, hands nice and wide. One of my hands, my hand at the back is slightly further away from me than my front hand. I'm just going to bring my chest down and back. So find your little adjustments. Press up through the heels of the hands to really lengthen through your spine, coming down into some beautiful prone work next. All the way down and press. Nice and long. Try to keep that back knee down. It doesn't want to keep lifting up. So if you can keep it down, great job. One arm push-ups coming next. I know. Always a good thing. Let's go for 2. Our last one here. And pressing up. Good. Bring the back hand towards the center and that front hand to the lower back here. Nice. When you're ready, take yourself down towards that front knee. You might need to adjust the first couple. That's fine. Think about driving through the heels of the hands. Good. Press. And press. There it is. Good work. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Pressing up. Now remember, you have the option, guys, to be here on your hands to lift that back leg, or whether you wanted to be on your forearms. All right. Maybe I'll try it on my hands on this side. Shoulders relaxed, soften the elbows, and lift. No, I definitely prefer my forearms. Good. Lift. Lift. Squeeze the glutes as you lift that back leg up. Doesn't need to be a big movement, just a tiny little movement there. Shoulders relaxed. Elbows are pretty much under the shoulders there if you're down on your forearms. Lift up and hold, and then just extend that leg. Squeeze the bum. Lengthen as if you're kicking somebody just out of range. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in, press away. Take that beautiful big lateral stretch there. Nice, come back to center. All right, let's just find a cross leg position. If cross leg's not comfortable for you, you can bring the legs out in front. All right, guys, so just listen to your body. Sitting up nice and tall here. We're gonna bring our fingers together, our heels of our hands together, and then our elbows. So we want to feel that full connection from the elbow right through to the fingertips. Drop the arms down that little bit and relax your shoulders. We're going to focus on pressing our arms up and back down. Now really connecting the elbows all the way up through to the heels of the hands and through to the fingertips. Helping us to 1, shoulder placement, and 2, the abdominal strength. So if you're somebody that has not long had a baby, maybe has slightly weaker abs, nice to feel the strength that the powerhouse uses here in this movement. Press up and down. We're going to hold it up here and we're going to find some tiny pulses. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Yeah, nice work. Up and down. 8, 7, working for 6, 5, working for 4, 3, 2, up and hold. Take those arms wide, close the ribs, and then draw the arms together, making sure the elbows connect, and then open and in. So just working a little bit into posture here before we take it up to that next level. And in and out. And out. Finding the top of the shoulders working, back of the shoulders working. 4, 3, 2, one more time here, open and hold, reaching up here, and out, reach, and out, reach. Fantastic work. I know, doesn't feel so much right now. 3, 2, and 1. Bring those arms down, roll those shoulders out. That felt good. All right, we're going to come onto our bellies, do a little bit of our swan prep, and then we'll come into swan dive. All right, if you do have a tender lower back, please be mindful in this one and you can stay with swan. All right, so for our swan prep, legs hip distance apart, scoop the belly up and just let that pubic bone press into the mat. The further back towards your shoulders your hands are, the harder it is. So to make the exercise easier, bring your fingers further forward. All right, so once you feel nice and safe, take a moment here, eyes looking down, press up and away from the mat, and then bend those elbows. Let's come back down. Pressing up and down. Take the time here, guys. If you've never done swan dive, it's awesome fun. And press. Back down. Press. You shouldn't feel any pinching from the lower back, but if you do, again, take your hands a little bit further forward. You've got less range, but you can then work safely within your body. All right, guys, and if it in any way pulls or pinches, you can sit this one out. You can take a nice little rest, a little rock side to side. All right, we're not here for much longer. One more here. Next time you come up, eyes are forwards. So if you've never done a swan dive, your lower body's going to come into play now. The hands are going to catch. So we come down and we press. And press. I'm sure if you have any kids joining you, they'll love this one. And press. Press. And 4, 3, 2. Pressing up. Push back into child's pose. Take a little stretch there. That one's fun. We like that one. It's like boomerang, except boomerang's a bit harder. All right, guys, just before we do move from this one, where you're in child's pose right now, take your knees a little bit wider so your feet are together, and then just connect your fingers and bring your hands to the back of your head and just stretch out underneath those armpits a little bit more. And then bring yourself up. All right, guys, the next part I'll take you through in layers. If anything gets too much, absolutely fine to take it back. I'll show you the options. So hands underneath your shoulders. Knees are going to start underneath the hips, and we're going to walk 1 foot back at a time and find our full planking position here. All right. Take a moment to soften your elbows, relax your shoulders and bring your head in line with your spine. Draw that belly up. A little bit of a tailbone tuck can really help in that, a little posterior tilt. Push yourself back as if you're going into downward dog. Let your chest come down and then just amend your feet so you can try and get those heels down. Nice. Lift the heels up, take yourself back into your full plank position. Hips go up to the ceiling, into a pike, and then try and get those heels down to get that calf stretch. Lift up and come into your full plank. Pressing all the way back into your downward dog type position. Nearly downward dog, sort of. Lift up and then holding it here. So your option is to keep going with that. Work on it as you go. Otherwise, bring right leg, just cross it behind the left. As you push back into your downward dog, take that right leg up towards the ceiling, bring it back down, and then take yourself all the way back into that long plank. Pressing back, lift, and down. So really working the whole body here. Lift, and down. One more. One more here. Bring it back down and then uncross those legs. If you need a little break, bring your knees down. All right, take a second with the knees. And you can also do this with your knees because you can push back into downward dog and lift your leg and bring yourself down into your knees as well. All right, guys, another nice option. Otherwise, we're still here in our plank. Cross your left leg, push all the way back, lift, bring the leg down and find your position. Keeping it nice and slow and controlled, guys. 3 more. Final one. Uncross. Bring your knees down underneath you and roll those shoulders down and back. All right, we're going to do some little push-ups to finish. Step your knees back, 1, 2. And now take your weight forward into your wrist there. All right, guys? Then step your hands out, 1, 2. We're going to do our push-ups like this so we can really focus on getting the chest down. Again, your weight is forward. We're going to bend the elbows, bring our chest all the way down. Press all the way back up. Hold it there. A nice little set of 10. Who's with me? Let's go. 1. I know the first one was like a trial. 3, and down. 4, down. Enjoy this one, guys. We're going to stretch next. And 6, 7. Really press that body away. 8. It's nice to have the knees just off that center point there. 9, one more. Bring it all the way back up. Bring your hands in, 1, 2. Bring your knees in, 3, 4. And then just sit back. Take the knees a little bit wider. Reach your arms forwards. Elbows down. Try and get your chest down. At the moment, we're staying in center. In a moment, we're going to walk it off to the sides. Take a few inhale, exhale breaths. So really breathing into the spine there. That nice passive breathing. Walk both hands over to the right side. And as you get to that right side, push the left arm away from you a little bit further. Bring your head down and rest the elbow. You're going to feel a stretch under that rib cage on the left side. Maybe out of the lower back, maybe from the QL. Breathe into it. Take it across to the left side. And then focus on pushing that right arm away from you as you go down. You'll feel that under the armpit, under the ribs. Oh, it feels wonderful. Coming all the way back to center, walk your hands back towards you. Take a moment to roll the shoulders down, all the way into a seated position, knees together. All right, if you're not comfortable on your knees, you can sit cross-legged. Bring one arm up to the ceiling. Rotation it all the way around, and as it drops down behind you, add that little bit of rotation, so now you're looking towards the right. Arm's going to come back up and over, and changing it out to that left side. Up, round, pause and hold. Up, round into the center. Take a moment to just sink into the spine, so create a big deep C curve. And then come all the way up, relax those shoulders. Eyes can go slightly up towards the ceiling if that doesn't pull from your neck. Then find a deep C curve for me. And lift up out of yourself. Hands down, tuck your toes, and push up into that downward dog position. Press yourself back into those heels. If you need to make yourself a bit longer, go for it. Relax your shoulders. Keep walking your hands back towards your feet. Take a moment to rock your weight between your heels and your toes. Nice. Find a place where the weight is in your toes. Scoop your belly up. Find a deep C curve. And if you can, grab your ankles. If not, that's fine. Keep your hands dangling or on the floor, wherever they feel good. Gently draw your chest towards your thighs. Then release. Eyes back down to the floor, hands on the floor or dangling. Bend your knees, sit your hips back into chair. Bring your arms forwards. Bring your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Circle them round and down. Big shoulder roll to finish. And you guys are done. Well done today.